Everybody, Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Art Studios, and today we are going to paint together. Life is better on the porch, and it's our gnome with a lemonade porch leaner kit, and it's so nice to have these resources to watch if you're gonna paint this guy. He's super cute. I gotta get my old lady glasses on, and let's get to painting. So this board is brown, and we could do brown if we wanted to. We could do gray if we wanted to. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a really rich orange. The one thing to keep in mind is some of the pieces are spaced so that the background shows through as negative space. So I'm gonna just go ahead. This is one of our fashion colors. It's actually really beautiful. We're gonna add some copper and a little bit of brown because I do want that dark in there. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. Probably had too much coffee. Here we go. I sanded my board. So I went down, let's talk boards. I went down to Home Depot. I went to the pine board section. I walked up to the 12-inch board, and they're 72 inches long. I needed it 60. So flutter your eyelashes at the guy in charge, and he'll offer to cut it for you. You want it at 60 inches. Okay, here's the next thing. This is my next point. It's a 12-inch board. They call it a 12-inch board, but girls, ladies, they're coming up a little short. That's just the way it is. They are standard. I'm sure there's a reason for it. It's probably like a man reason, a very manly reason. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more to deepen that up. I love the copper and the orange. And I was thinking, and you know what? You could ombre this. This would be really cool, like a sunset. And I might do that later. So let me know where you're watching from. Are you working today? Are you not working today? John is in Seattle. He took an early flight, but he'll be home, you know, dinner time. Well, maybe later than that. He's got a hockey game for his work. And I'm the type of painter that I like the knots to show through. I'm a knotty painter. Maybe you are too. If you want to paint it like a porch, like a fence, and paint it all the way through so you can't see any of the grain, you go for it. Make yourself happy. This is just what I like to do, kind of old-fashioned. Probably should have been born in a different century. And then just, if you have any questions, just write them in. And if the internet gods are kind of cooperating, then I'll see it. Otherwise, I'll see it a little bit later, and I can answer you then. Let's see. Hello. Where you at? We used to be able to set this up ahead of time and just start painting, and then, I don't know, something happened. So we all come off just a little bit unprofessional. So I went really deep. It almost looks like that weird fence color. I might have to adjust a little bit. I'm looking here, and it looks a little terracotta-ish, and that's okay. While it's wet, I'll mix in a little bit more, maybe copper. So if you missed how I mixed this, I just threw in some of this orange, one of our fashion colors. It's really a very reddish orange. My favorite Sargent Copper. You can get that on Amazon, guys. And some burnt, what do you call it? Raw sienna, burnt sienna. There we go. Just gotta water it down. I forgot to water it down. So hopefully you guys are doing great today. Just remember, whatever color you choose is gonna play peekaboo through the gnome's legs. So I still kind of went a darker version of what I wanted. And you could put the gnome legs, the pieces of the gnome legs all together, and then it's not really an issue. But there is parts of this design that they'll have peekaboo. What do I mean by that? Here you go. This is what we're painting today. So you can see where the brown is peekabooing through the legs. Paint your sides. I always say I'm going to come back and do it, and I never do. Sean finally gets frustrated because I pop it up on the porch like, ta-da! And he goes in and he paints it for me. Just does a black or a dark brown. He's right, it makes it look finished, but you know me, I have creative ADD and I'm off to the next project, right? All right, if I hate it, I hate it. We'll see. I can always change the background. Sometimes, you know, in your mind it looks better than what it does in reality. And I don't care how many years you've been painting. That's just the name of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 12-inch by 60-inch pine board over here to dry. Ta-da. And pull out my tape. And thanks for showing up today. This is just a great resource for people that haven't painted these before and they just bought the kit and they're like, where do I start? They can have a couple glasses of wine and figure this out. So here are my letters, and I did sort them so it would be easy for me. And we did blow them up a little bit. Okay, life. Boom. I'm gonna just put better because I think, well, I should put porch because this would be everything that would be one color realistically. So by putting it on the painter's tape, number one, you don't lose them. Number two, you can easily paint them. And just get it done. That's what I like to do. Get in, get it done, have some great art to display and move it on. This one came with a dragonfly. You'll probably get that dragonfly unless I figure out something else to put on there. The last gnome, the spring gnome, we ended up doing a bumblebee, which I liked so much better. Just had a little bit more detail. Maybe a ladybug. What do you guys think about a ladybug? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Cute little ladybug to go on this. Oh, I have to write something in order to be seen. Hi. Da-da-da. Hey, gotten through. Oh man, I guess. Carol, yes, Carol, you are the best. But I can't wait to see your projects. Oops, stay in school, you gotta know how to spell. I can't wait to see your projects, and you're always so great about letting us share those projects with other people to help inspire them. So, this one is Life is Better on the Porch. I'm gonna put my board away. I'm gonna put it there, but it may wreak havoc. Okay, ta-da-da. So I have an orange background. I'm putting this away. I'm not ready to deal with the words yet. But I can come back to them. I can come back to them in another day. They are separated and ready to go. Okay, here's our gnome. So we have a gnome beard, a gnome nose, and the rest of the stuff that makes this really cute gnome. Mine is going to be more teal. Big surprise there. Huge surprise. And then I like to organize my legs the way that they'll be. There's a tiny little piece that goes in the beard. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The left side leg has 6. The right has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, I keep saying I'm going to stop having these projects that have so many pieces. The downside of having creative ADD is sometimes when you look at a lot of pieces, you kind of shut down for a little bit. Raise your hand if that's you. That's why I do this trick with the tape, because I only have to look at one section at a time. Okay, that's his left. I'm going to remember because it's got this little sliver that we're going to glue dot so you don't lose it. And then this will be his right. Okay. I'm just getting everything away, organizing, taking a minute for organizing. or organize it is a little boring, but you get it done. 2 hands. The hands and the nose will be the same color, so we're gonna put those together. And then I just come in with that one color and I just kind of attack. So instead of the art of war, it's the war of art, so to speak. We're gonna attack it. All right, so I love the lemonade. It's super cute. Here's what I know. There's a second piece, that's your straw. There's the lime. Put the lime and the coconut. Ready for this? Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. There's a really thin piece. Be careful. If it rips, you can glue it in place or let me know. Okay, here we go. And then that's the little bubbly section. The rest is just gonna be glass. Kind of like a bluish silver probably. So I'm just gonna put this aside. I'm gonna work on the beard and then I'm gonna attack everything. It's gonna go so quickly, fingers crossed. Those of you that have seen me paint beards before, and we do a lot of beards because we do a lot of gnomes because a lot of you guys love them, know that I put a base coat on first, a decent base coat of gray. Just grab a soft paintbrush and get it done. And then I let that base coat dry. So we do not, at this time, have paint kits available for these because, you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt. You got to pick the right. It's just too much, you know, because our price on paint kits are $5.95. This would have to be like 12 bucks probably. But if you were using our paints, we have a nice primer in it. We had a really nice compliment the other day though on our paints. Somebody asked, where do we get our paints? It had a nice chalky almost finish without being chalk paint. Being a little bit more, you know, having better coverage. That's the problem with chalk paint. Love it, hate it. It's thin. You gotta put a lot on. Nice base coat. So my project photo has just a white beard. If you want a white beard, just do a white beard. I like to bring in a little bit of, I don't want to say artistic talent, but my experience in painting beards, which is pretty plentiful at this point, and do a beard that's got, you know, texture to it, so it looks like a beard. It's got strands. Okay, that's done. Dry it, put it away. Pretty nice base coat. It's a nice, so this gray is almost has a little brown to it, just a little bit. You could base coat most of your pieces, specifically if they're gonna be yellow. Our yellow has a bit of a primer, but yellow's still very problematic, super see-through-y. I'll let you guys decide. Okay, so let's do skin tone since we're right here. And you can mix your skin to be peachy color if you wanted to. I just go ahead and use the burnt sienna with some white. I think it gives you a nice skin color that's very similar to mine, which is white with a lot of orange tones in it. So that's kind of what I go for. I say just use whatever colors in the skin on your body. Hey, Brenda. Ladybug. Okay. Okay. I like that idea too. Trying to think if I have a ladybug in the studio. Yep, we're gonna do a ladybug. I agree. This scrawny little dragonfly, he's out of here. I'm gonna I know I have 1, 4, yes, well, sorta. I can just test it out. I have one, it's a 3-pack, you're not getting this, but I could check it out for sizing to make sure I like it. I can always count on you guys. Probably gonna need to do 2 coats on the skin. rosy little nose. Boom. And if you're doing this with a bunch of ladies, you're gonna probably not be able to get more than 2 or 3 people at a fold-out table. So a lot of you guys buy enough of these kits that you can do a paint party at home. And I love that. It's super sweet. I love to hear about it. So I'm gonna go, so here's my board, my backer board. I'm gonna do something bright to contrast. You guys know I love my teal. This is Bluesy Goosey, and Sabrina named that. She did such a good job. Use a sponge brush or a sponge or a paintbrush. A big question we get all the time is, hey, I dribbled on the sides, what can I do? Try not to dribble down the sides, but that's a learning curve, I get that. But what you can do is just paint the sides either to match or kind of mix up some brown, a dark brown, like add a little black to your brown. And that way it matches. So some people love to cover up the sides, and I just leave it. I like it. It's a nice contrast. And you guys know I'm a little lazy, but mainly because I just don't have the extra time. I don't know if you guys have heard, but things have been getting kind of busy around here, which we're super duper grateful for. So Ladybug gets a yes. I love it. So John, of course, is not here on my computer to, you know, like he answers all the questions while I paint. So I'm going back and forth. Trying really hard not to have the choco burps, because with John being gone, Sabrina goes, "What's for lunch, Mom?" Yes, I still have to cook lunch. And I said, "Oh, you know, I was thinking of like a taco salad, but without the lettuce." And she goes, "Nachos." But I was making myself feel better because taco salad sounds healthier than nachos, right? And she's so smart, I can't get anything past her. And I am so thankful for all her help here in the studio. She's been doing such a great job. Well, that's cute. I scrolled up and I noticed that Facebook put my profile picture in a nice red circle and then wrote live. It's funny because they know that most people don't watch lives. They watch the replays, but honestly, they watch it on YouTube later, because we'll put this link in on the product page, and so you can just grab it if you need it for anything. Yes, you have to kind of shuffle through all of my chats, but that's okay. Okay, so I just want to show you, it needs to dry, obviously. Ta-da-da. It needs to dry, but, wow, I'm really behind. It shows I haven't even painted anything yet. I'm still putting letters on the tape, guys. I'm still putting letters on the tape. Hey, Shelly, I wonder if you're back from Hawaii. Next Monday's project of the week is Aloha Beaches, so you should check that out. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that one coat does pretty darn good, at least our paint, because it's got a good primer, but you know, go ahead and paint as many times as you want. During these lives, I really only give it one coat because let's face it, we gotta get on with our life. Okay. So, here we go. Pull out your color wheel. If you want, you can pull your color wheel out. Now you can pick colors. So I was thinking, oh, I might actually like sunset that background. I may or may not, but that's okay. But what colors would go good with the blue and the orange? Right off the bat, it's this green would look really good. Yellow, because I'm using yellow for the lemonade. Purple can look really good too. But I want to keep my color palette pretty simple. So let's say I made my background this color. This was my contrasting colors. These are considered, this palette is considered analogous or friendly because all those colors go together, with these two being the pop or the contrasting bits of color. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll see. Ta-da-da. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this nice Seahawk lime green. It does not have primer in it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take a second. Not that brush, it's wet. Take a second, oop, and put a little gray on it. Let it dry. One of those days. You can mix some green right in the gray as a first coat. And we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna come in with the green. And it should have a lot better coverage than all by itself-y. So then, if this is gonna be green, if you're just joining, what are we painting? Life is better on the porch, but we're gonna do it with the ladybug, I think. Okay, so my shoes. The shoes, I think we're gonna go green too. I like that Seahawks green. You can even do like Seahawk, or do your team. So I'm gonna go ahead and gray these up with a little green. So if you're in a team, tell me, do you have a team that you like? Do you like to watch? I mean, you could do those colors. I was thinking it'd be really cool too to have different wording. If I can get on it, I can get on it, but something like, hey, we're back on the porch. Check for us. If we don't answer, we're on the porch. Maybe. I don't know. There's 100 different ways you could do this. I wasn't sure about the wording on this one because I was like, are people just going to put it on their back porch? Or I wish I had a front porch with, I could have my basset hound and my future bloodhound sitting there while I'm rocking, having some lemonade that's spiked, but I don't have a front porch. And we got so much in this house that, you know, we love it, but we don't have a front porch. There's no place for a front porch. A front porch would never happen. So for us, our porch is in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and paint that lime. So let me know. Are you gonna make me jealous? Do you have a front porch? So I went a little, so what did I do there? I went a little aggressive and the paint kind of dripped inside. So if I tap it a couple times, it just falls through. I'm gonna come back and make the outside dark lime and the inside can be the lighter, fleshier parts. If you are just learning to paint, paint it green. It's okay. These are so great. I hear all the time, oh, those are so nice, but I can't, you know, barely paint. Well, these are really for you and they're for the experienced people too, because honestly, seriously, you just paint and glue and away you go. Display it. If you have more expertise, go ahead and put that expertise in there. I am still behind. I'm still dragging. I can see I'm still got the hat in my hand. Internet today. Good Lord. Okay. And then keep in mind, the final one I post may be changed. I always look at something and then decide, I don't really like that. All right, so this is how this is going down. Hello, beard. There's a lot of pieces on this guy. All right, here we go. So, do I have to paint? No, you do not have to paint your underlaying cup, right? With the exception, you have to paint. Why would I have a lime and a lemonade? You guys, I didn't drink at lunchtime, I swear. With the exception of right here, there is some peekaboo. So you want something under that. And then there's some peekaboo in the lemon that I decided was gonna be a lime. I don't know. Come to Kelly Sue's house. You're gonna get a very complicated lemonade. Oh, that's okay. I think you guys get it. It's okay. It'll be a limeade. Oh, it'll be a Lynchburg lemonade. Do you guys know what that is? Honestly, I've never had one. But I hear stories. Okay, so do I have any blue out? Carol wants a ladybug, ladybug. Goodness gracious. Okay, I'm looking at all your comments. Okay, so I'm gonna make a delicious looking lemonade. It should be a little deeper maybe. Actually, no, I think this is a good color for lemonade. So I'm just gonna go in. Oh, I already have a lemonade paintbrush. And I'm just gonna paint this. I'm gonna paint, I'm trying to look at the picture, yeah. So, this little fragile outline thing, use it, don't use it. I'm gonna put mine together with it, and you can decide whether you want it or not. It might be a little bit of a hassle. And this artist or designer does love using negative space. So it wouldn't be unusual in her designs to see that. I'm gonna use a little blue with gray, or maybe a lot of white, for those little peekaboo spots in the jar top. Mason jars are the best. I honestly use them because the kids don't break them as frequently, and they're adults now. Give me a thumbs up if you know what I mean. I just got tired of we'd buy or be gifted these nice cups with lids, or just a nice glass, but they were so thin, kids would wash dishes, they'd go clink on the side of the sink, and bye-bye nice dish, a nice glass. So wide-mouthed mason jars took care of that. There you go. So that just peekaboos through. I think I'm gonna mix that same color up, but add silver to it. And that's a little trick I like to use to lighten the color without making it super pastel-y. So I'm gonna bring in, it will darken it too, but it does, trust me on this, it will look nice. You don't want it pastel-y though. All right, so we're going to, the image has a really, really light gray. I like the little shimmer of the silver. Where'd that go? Kind of had this Klingon piece. So Carol, if you're still there, tell me what the temperature's doing down there in Arizona today. I swear it was snowing here, but I looked at the thermometer and said, oh, it can't be. It's 49. It was just raining really, really hard. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Okay, so it's just a frame. It's gonna dry. Give it a couple coats. Let it dry between coats. Use a sponge if you want to. This is how it looks. Ta-da. I don't have to paint that part of the straw. I have to paint this part of the straw. And I'm gonna add a little bit of that gray to my yellow. Why? Because it's this, the lemonade's in the straw, so it's not as bright. Does that make sense? Just kind of whipping through. Oops. All right, so then if you decide to use this skinny part that goes inside the lemonade jar, it's a little bit darker. It's kind of like an outline. So I'm just gonna use straight old silver. This is shimmering silver from Deco Art. I just get it at the Michaels store. Michael's store. Do you, this may be too dark. We'll check it out. I have a lighter gray that I can use. So have you been to Michael's lately? Do you like the self-scan or not? And this is why I do. Because there's always 2 or 3 people in line in front of you, but only one cashier, and they always have a complicated return or 90 million flowers that all are priced differently, you know. And there's only ever one cashier. So I really like that there's other cashiers, namely us. We're the cashiers. Okay, so here we go. I don't know why my towel is so far away. Here we go. So yes, I did make this a lime. It's okay. It's okay. I gave it a good base coat. I'm going to come in with my lime green, my Seahawks green, and I got some shamrock. You guys, you know what I did? And I never do this. I went, when we moved in, the big bedroom, it was 1980s terracotta pink. So one of the designers that I love, Valentina, I love her so much. She's on Facebook. I'm going to save this for a second. She was talking about how excited she was about Sherwin-Williams color of the year. So I needed to paint my bedroom. So I rushed down to Sherwin-Williams and I bought the color of the year. I looked at it and I thought, oh yeah, I like green. It was green. And it looked like a deep, muted green. I know, guys, I know I fell for it. And I bought a big 5-gallon bucket. No, that's not what we did. We got 2-gallon cans. We got home and we put them on the wall. And they were, I swear to God, that deep, intense lime green of the skin of the lime. And there really wasn't a lot I could do with that. Okay, so it's blendy. Do you guys see that? I added the light green before it was dry. I just came in and I brushed the darker green. It's shamrock on the outside. Put a little here, a little there. And I don't know why we have a lime in our lemonade, but we do because that's just how I'm feeling today. And I want to say that they don't go all the way in. There we go. Looks really cute. So mine doesn't go all the way in for whatever reason, unless I painted the wrong side. Did I paint the wrong side? No. I did. I painted the wrong side. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. We're going to live. All right. So I couldn't stand that color. I'm backing up. I couldn't stand that color. And so I went in and I was like, guys, what is this? And they showed me it was the color that it was supposed to be. So here I am with 2 cans of green that I despise. So I'm going in with the lime green on my hat band. And I had a pink bedroom that I couldn't stand to sleep in one more night. It had been almost a year. Hey, Sabrina, come on in. So the guy's like, well, you have to take it. And my husband's like, oh. And I'm like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's add a bunch of gray to it. And the guy's like, we can't do that. And I'm like, sure you can. Get a 5-gallon bucket, put these 2 cans in. Add 1.5 gallons of white and 1/2 gallon of a nice medium gray. And he's like, well, you have to take it, even if you don't like it. I can't believe I painted the wrong side, Sabrina. And I was like, okay, well, that's my only option. So he did it, and I loved it. It gave me that nice green that was muted. And we have it on our walls, like all of the walls. All the walls. You can grab what you want. You're not in our way. Everybody's delighted you're here.
I may just paint the samples after you're done.
Okay.
If you're okay with that.
I'm okay with it.
It shouldn't take you very long.
It shouldn't take me very long. So what do what we all decided is instead of this, we're gonna do a ladybug.
Oh, cute.
Cute, right? So
That's like the big gnome, right?
yeah, this is the big gnome, the porch.
Oh, yeah.
The porch gnome.
Cute. Come on, babe.
Sometimes, and so hey, my colors might not go very well together. I don't always know until I put them together. I'm not a big planner. So if you are, that's great, more power to you. But I will post the final project, whatever I decide on. And I think you guys will be able to see. Oh, she subbed out the green for something else. Okay. I'm very confused about what colors I want to paint the stockings because on here they're green, a minty green, and yellow. So I'm going to put that off. So let's go ahead and talk about the beard. I'm going to add a little love to the beard. I'm going to go ahead and put my lemonade together. My lemon/limeade together. Because I'm complicated. Okay, here you go. So you'll glue these together with your wood glue / art glue / Insta glue, whatever you got. There you go. Your lime/lemon will fit better because you'll paint the right side. Oh my gosh, can't believe I did that. It happens. It happens, folks. Here we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let's do beard. Okay, so we have white and black, and then the gray we used for the base coat. If you don't have gray in the house, folks, don't make it complicated. It's white with a little bit of black. This one is one of our designer colors, so it's got other colors in it. Okay, here we go. So use a rake brush if you have one. You can also use a fan brush if you want. If you're not fancy at all, let me show you what a rake brush looks like. Oh, this one is small. If you're not fancy at all, I would use something that's got a lot of texture. Why not grab a big one because it is a big space. This is a rake brush. You can kind of see it looks like a rake. This one's kind of small. I have a bigger one, but darn if I know where I put it. John's normally here to pick them out for me. Aha, I got it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to give it a base coat super duper fast. Before it dries, we're gonna run our texture through. What that does is it mellows down the white and the black so they're not so contrasty to each other. And I just have this really pretty cruddy paintbrush. Let's see how it does. Yep, nope. Should have known better. So you want a soft brush for this. Just gonna go ahead and woohoo! Having fun with my art. Okay, let's see, who do we got? Let's see, anybody? Any questions so far? I have to write stuff in order to see stuff. And you might be writing and it's not coming across. But when I'm done, I'll go ahead and answer your questions. Or just reach out, send me a message. So what's fun about these is that there's a front and a back. So you can pick out another design for the back, or you can just stencil on the back. And I like to have 2 seasons. So this is the porch. I'll probably have like 4th of July on the back. And that way, because 4th of July is such a short period, right? But I still like to represent the country. I do. I like to do that. And it's really hard to find cute 4th of July designs. It really, any decor, 4th of July decor, it's really hard to find. So I'm going to take my rake brush. I don't have too much paint in it. And while my paint is wet, I'm gonna start off the board and just kind of brush down. It's gonna mix with the gray. Okay, let's agree. It looks ridiculous because you're stopping too soon. Hey, he needs a lot of hair. Get in there. Some people like to dry brush. I don't really. I like wet on wet. That sounds naughty, I know. So don't overbrush because it will just combine and make one color. So I just leave it in there. And then I'm gonna go into black here in a second. If it looks hideous, it's okay. We're talking gray, we're talking white, and we're talking black. So it will cover. Just paint it over. So this is the rake brush. Let me show you really quick with a dry paintbrush. Okay, so here is a fan brush. The trick is not to have very much on there. And I think the fan brush works better for like a dry technique, so it's not my favorite way to go. You can also just pick up a paintbrush that has seen better days. It's dry, but still pliable, and you can get in there and you're just looking to make texture. That's it. So I like to play a little bit. You may have to water down your paint just a smidge. And so you're looking for texture lines, but this isn't all the beard. And you see how quickly it happens? It happens pretty quick, guys. So it's texture. So if I were to say there's 3 layers in a beard, you have the base coat, you have some texture, and then you have the top pieces that just aren't, you know, on the guy's beard, they're just not like manageable, or no amount of paste is gonna make it sit down. So they've got a little bit more life happening. And so you can take a smaller paintbrush, and I like to wet it, and this is just a liner brush. They hate me. I'm gonna go in with black. I like it if it's still wet because I like to smear with my fingers. In any of these sections, I like to come up and then just kind of smear it. So it gives that section just a little bit more, you don't have to do all of them, just a little bit more body. The smearing is a cool thing. It's starting to come together. If it's too much, go over it with a little gray, and I'll show you that here in a second. This is almost dry, so that's gonna be maybe too much. Just put a little gray on your finger. I'm gonna do it over here. Just come in, cut it up a little bit. I like to play with my art. I think painting on wood, that was my foot, honestly. Okay. Painting on wood is so much more forgiving than painting on canvas. It really is. You know, I don't know if Shannon's watching, but she's fantastic at beards. Okay, so this is kind of like a big old goof right there. I'm just gonna bring in some more gray. So you're gonna keep going until you're happy. Then what you can do is maybe come in with some white and bring in those other little non-manageable pieces, okay? So I'm taking some water, I'm taking some white, I'm just kind of spinning my brush between my thumb and finger. If it's too much, guys, don't try to fly before you can walk. So if it's too much, it's okay. Just paint it white. It'll be great. So any of these areas you feel like are too dark, you can just come in with a little bit of white on them, break them up. So that was easily manageable. We did it super fast. You can bring in some dark around the edges to shadow it a little bit if you wanted to. Just kind of make yourself happy. Hello, super cute. And if this was me painting by myself, I'd probably fiddle for a while. You know what I mean? This looks like it needs a little bit of something right there. I'd fiddle for a little while. And maybe that's a good time to stop because so my paint is really thick. I would need to water it down a little bit. I do like big chunks. So I'm okay with all of that. Okay, so I would fiddle a little bit more if this was me because I really like that whole practice of playing around with the beard. I do, I really, really do. But that's how simple that is. Let's talk legs, then we have to do letters, and then we're done. Okay, the strip with that tiny piece, that is the left. If you were here at the beginning, I told you that. Why does that not look right? Right, that's the left. This is the right. Perfect. I think these go a different direction, but that's okay. Ta-da! And you know what I'm seeing right away? Oh, I bet that goes on top. I'm thinking about hand placement. Okay, so here are the shoes. I don't really want to do teal and green that I have in the hat for the shoes, or for the stocking. I can do the yellow because it's already in part of the design. I'm not following exactly. It's in part of the design, and so it would just be like repeating the same color, which is great. But for some reason I have my heart set on some purple. So purple and yellow seem a lot. So I think I'm just gonna do, okay, I don't know if your comments will come through. Hi, Cheryl. Dawn, oh, you did. Softer heel. It's gonna rain on Sunday. I'm sorry to hear that, Carol. Hey, Donna, I don't know if you're still watching. Where's my picture? Okay, so what it did was it did yellow. I kind of still think I still want to do teal. I don't know why. I have a darker teal. That would go really good with the purple. So let's do that. Remember, I can go back and change it all. I might do that. I'll probably pick up just a sponge, give everything one coat so that it moves along a little bit. Where did I put that? I cleaned my desk first, believe it or not. I had it cleaned completely and put a couple sponges aside. Oh well, moving on. I like sponges for the letters for sure. I'll have to find, oh, I see them. They're behind the computer. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go teal. Okay, I'm gonna go purple is stronger, so the purple will be the second color, which is, that is not right. Is it this one? Yes. Yellow, or teal, purple, teal, purple. Chances are I probably put them in the wrong order. Teal, purple, and then green. So it has a little bit of a witch look to it, I think, with the purple and the green. But I can still change it later if I want to. This one is, yes. Okay, so this purple has some primer in it, but it's not like the best. It's Deco Art. I do like Deco Art, but I like our paints better when it comes to the coverage. So I might have to give the purple a second coat. Found another sponge. I was like, something's really soft and I'm stepping on it. He's gonna be a cool color, meaning the cool colors like blues and purples and green. Explosion with that orange behind them. I'm okay with it. I'd like somebody to come to my house and say, your house is so colorful. That would be a big compliment. Better than so boring. Your house is so boring. Okay. I really think that I need to lay this out in order to see how we're doing. I have no clue how the ladybug's going to fit in here color-wise. But I guess she doesn't have to be red, right? Maybe it could be one of those Japanese beetles that look just like a ladybug, but they zap ya. Ta-da. Okay, here we go. Because I don't know what color I want my letters to be until I lay them out. Put that there. So the board's gonna go over top. Let's check it out together. I might hate it. I can always go deep brown on this, and that would be fine. Let me make sure you guys can still see okay. All right, so Monomi, let's start with the hat. He ends up being a lot lower, right? Because there's a lot of words. I would say this is actually right in the center. He's got a lot of legs, I'm saying. A lot of legs. Okay. So remember, they don't fit 100% together. There's supposed to be a little negative space, but I do like to put them tight where I can. I don't see any glitter on this guy yet, ladies. Just saying. Loving the beard. Came out great. Kind of looks a little woodland. And you know, when you spray him, and if it's going to be outside, it should be sealed. That will actually, that's kind of a game changer. It makes him look so much nicer. Boom. And here are his hands. That's the ones I said that I might need to put a spacer on it. We have to check it out. Ready? There's his green feet. I really don't think, let's go up a little bit. I don't think I gave enough. I think I gave too much room. Okay, so one side, yeah, I gave way too much room. One side is, oops, oh, here it is. The left, and it has a tiny little piece, and one side is right. So, don't lose that tiny little piece. Did I paint the wrong side of the tiny little piece? Nope. It goes in here, that first little nook. And then, oop, and then that comes down. I like to leave a little space, but you don't have to. Did I paint the wrong side? I did. Nope. Wait. Yep, I had it going the wrong way. This is where I get most of my questions. Like, what is going on with these legs? Or where are my legs? And I'm like, they're there. Okay. So I can go up, but I think I'm going to come down. So cute. Is that too far, guys? Bringing them down that far? So I want my gnome really to be the star of the show and not the words. I'm looking at the replay. He looks like he's got ribbon feet. You know what I mean? Heck. I'm gonna put them together. Okay, so here we go. This one goes right next to his beard. Oh, down here. Down here. So he's almost flat. There we go. So don't try to put him up there. I think it's supposed to go that way. There's a small smile, like a little curve in the wood. You could go this way if you wanted them longer, right? But I'm going wide. Oh, that's my stomach. Time it to eat. All right. Boom, boom, boom. It's very colorful. All right. Let's put the lemonade on him. Now, remember, I painted my lemonade, my lime. I don't know why I put a lime on him, but I just did. Backwards. It's okay. One hand, did I paint the hands wrong? One hand goes here, and one goes here. Now hold the phone. So I'm looking at this going, yeah, you can't have it off. You can't have it off, but it does look like it's off, but it's not. So one's over here and one's right there. Let me look at the replay. There we go. So around the handle or whatever. You don't want those to break because they're off a lot. So just take them off just a little bit so you can see the lemonade. In the picture I have, it's way off, and that's just too much. Really too much. Okay, life is better on the porch. Here we go. So let's pop up life. Let's see if you guys can see L, R, F. And I might go cream on it. I really don't mind life. I love the font on life. So I might go cream on that. And I may go cream on porch. P-O-R. It's like we're spelling pork, but we put a C-H. Live porch. Get it? Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, what do I do with this one? Looks like it's way down. Let's put a little spacing between them. The feet should be even. Oh, so much fun. Okay. Cute guy. He's so cute. I'm gonna move my nose over. And then, whoops. Is better. You could thank me. The is was so small. Is better on the porch. So, I just need to put is on the porch. So I have lots of space. So on my sample is on the porch. Oh, is better on the is in white. I get a lot of dirt on the front of my house, like just dirt from blowing. So I will probably not do those white. I don't think I'm gonna do these yellow. It makes sense to pull out one of the colors I already have represented. Maybe the darker teal or the green. Pop it up there. I could do the yellow, that's fine. Is better on the porch. I actually think I like it being cream and not white. So let me just go ahead and pop that on really quick. I have some cream all made up, ready to go, or I have from Deco Art. I have this one color that I've changed a lot, but it is buttermilk. Go ahead and do that, and with a sponge it'll go really quickly. So it's this color here. And like I said, I just don't want white because it'll be dirty so quickly. And then we talked about changing out the dragonfly for a ladybug. This is just all I had on hand. So I guess we'll see, won't we? We will see. Okay, is. So this goes really quick. Probably didn't have to paint them because it's very similar color to the wood. He's kind of fun to paint. And you know, I'm like, could paint them just in shades of gray and have the back border, you know, kind of be like sunset. That would be pretty. Don't overload your sponge. I'm saying that because I just did it. The one coat will be fine because it's very similar in color to the wood. So it's not like I'm seeing a lot of wood peeking through. Right now I have Hello Spring with the gnome on my front porch. And on the back side of that is the Easter Bunny. So I'm going to turn them over today probably. Okay, Life Porch. Life. Let me see. See if anybody commented on the colors. Nope. Okay, so I'll pick it myself. You know, what I could do is the yellow would be kind of like that. It's okay. It's okay. If I don't like it, I'll paint over it. And we do have a lot of, we have primer in this yellow, so it does help. Definitely. Went a little rogue on this one. That's why. I love every color in the toolbox, guys. So sometimes when I don't follow the example, it gets a little crazy. And I think if I were to put him on a solid dark brown background, it would be a little bit more user-friendly. Like everyone would probably be okay with it and like it. But I decided I wanted to pop a little bit and say, hey, get your attention. We're back on the porch, you guys. Life's better on the porch. I don't have a porch. I have a stoop. You could stop for a while and I can talk to you. I can hold my dogs back. I'm probably not going to invite you in because my dogs. But know that I really want to invite you in. Because I need to talk to people sometimes. Okay, here we go. All of a sudden it became therapy hour. Okay, here we go. Life. Nice big. I like them goofy. They're kind of a goofy font, right? Yes, the eye's supposed to go up. Life. Okay. Is better. It's under there. And let me just get the porch. Okay. So I kept it pretty, like there's more colors than I normally would use, but it's still a very simple color palette. I used the cool colors, green, teal, 2 types, and purple. They get along. They're friends. They get along. And then as a contrast, I used yellow. And the orange is a contrast, but I put brown in it to deepen it. So this would be nice on a gray board too. So really it doesn't count. Really our contrasting color is yellow. Because I'm not counting the backer board. Because I put a ton of brown in it. So the yellow will need a second coat. Your yellow might need 3 or 4. At that point you might suggest, you know, putting some gray in your first coat over white, just so you have better coverage. And it does keep it from being so bright too. We got a porch. P. Oh, you gotta move over, P. CH. C is tiny, it just tucks under that little loop-de-loop. Gotta go in, hold on a second, my fingers. Eek. Almost done. Thanks for sticking it out. That porch might have to move down. My color palette out of the way. Clean my hands up because I'm going in. Keep stepping in all my cords. It is the offset over here. That's very cool. How about just grab a beer on your way to the porch? Okay, better next. And it is, actually, it is spaced right in the center. You know, this would be perfect on an RV. Better. Whew. If you're just joining, you're seeing all the good stuff. Better, 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 better. Kind of going uphill, I think. A little bit. Okay. On the, so I have a little bit more space there. On the, so I can move the better down. I can fix that when I'm gluing. On the porch. I like it. It's very cartoony. What I was laughing about at the font is it's like the super fun font and then typewriter font. Whoops, that's too much. Kind of Dr. Seussy to me. Da, 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 da. It is. And so you gotta work around with the spacing a little bit. Super cute. Not sure about the background. I may change it to a dark bluish gray, but actually I think it kind of worked out. Let me know what you think. Oh, Cheryl says, hey. Cheryl has this one coming, right, Cheryl? Or maybe you got it already, Cheryl. Hey, Dawn, thanks for watching today. So just, so Cheryl, yours went out already, so you got this. But if we decide to do the ladybug, I will just send it out your way with your next order, if that makes sense. I mean, this is still kind of cute, you know, but to me, I was like, I don't know, maybe there's just nothing on it. I mean, I'd have to really get painterly. Or we could just do a ladybug for his hat, maybe. Not that big, obviously. But it's just a thought. Anyway, we like to do what makes y'all happy, so let us know which one you want. Not yet, all good. Okay, perfect. We'll take care of you. You know we will. So I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching today. Right now, I gotta get something to eat. My stomach is like growling. If you're watching this as a repeat or on a replay, so you know how to do this, I wanna see what you do, so share your photos with us. Have a good day, guys. Bye.